Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
We're going to start with a disclaimer?
Well, kind of a disclaimer, I guess, because this should be coming out right before
Soon.
the Acolyte trailer.
Yeah.
Dropping. You might not be watching it until after. Because I'm going to put this one... Usually we launch these at like 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central. I'm going to put it up an hour early because I'm just going to.
Trailer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Trailer!
Because we are not going to be talking about the Acolyte trailer in this video, other than the fact that it is coming. Yes.
All right. So, to top it off, obviously the Acolyte trailer is coming out today.
Yeah,
it's
soon.
Coming out...
Maybe already, depending on when you're watching
11
this.
a.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific.
Yep.
8 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pacific. You don't get into the p.m.
You got to wait until nighttime.
We got notice that it's coming out June 4th. We previously had heard reports about June 5th, but we actually have confirmation that this means we're pretty much guaranteeing we're getting that 6
Nighttime
p.m. Pacific,
release.
9 p.m. Eastern time that they did with like Ahsoka. Because
overseas, not this time.
Well, the reason we know what day it is because the official Italian Star Wars Twitter account says June 5th.
Yeah, because they're getting it.
Because they're getting it the next day.
Yeah.
We're getting it early on June 4th.
Yeah. Tough
Hooray.
break. Tough break.
I prefer the
Europe.
nighttime, honestly. A lot of people are home from work. You don't have to worry about spoilers because you're available to watch it live rather than go, well, it's 2 in the morning Central Time. If I didn't watch it, I might turn on my computer and get spoiled. Or someone might have texted me. Or, I mean, our Discord's really good about using it.
Yeah, we have a channel.
Yeah.
And they keep spoiler tags on it even in the channel, so nobody has messed that up and had to be banned.
That's how dedicated the Thor patron Discord community is.
It's a great community. Like, I love the fact that we get to just chat with, some of the coolest people about Star Wars. And, it's not... I'd imagine some people think it's like, oh, well, let's hate on Star Wars. No, it's actually...
it's actually
not that at all. It's very
It's
cool
really
place,
fun. We have great talks.
Yeah, but anyway...
We also got a poster for the new show.
Yep. Seen a lot of people praising the poster.
Well, the tagline on it is interesting. In an age of light, a darkness rises.
Sounds like something Snoke would say.
A darkness. Singular. Not darkness in general.
Sith, yes.
So it's interesting because I like the wordage because it says a darkness rises. This could even infer one individual. Or one small sect of... I wish, but let's be real.
Well, I don't know that I want this messing with Plagueis, to be honest with you. This is supposed to be like 100 years, so this should not be technically Plagueis. Tenebris, and before him, perhaps. I don't know. Perhaps something completely new, most likely.
Perhaps.
Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing, that they won't be kind of tampering with the Plagueis novel. I don't know.
Right. Well, let's talk a little bit about that image.
It's cool. I'm not going to, as much as I am leery about the Acolyte, it's cool.
It's cooler than the show deserves, as far as I know. I'm like looking at that poster, the fact that it's like chiseled into rock, the stone is cracking, and then you've got this like blood smear from a lightsaber. Yeah. Ooh.
It's very kind of edgy, right?
Right.
And I think a lot of the time Disney Star Wars is not edgy. It's not. I mean, Andor aside, Andor is like this unique, weird anomaly, I feel like, and it's a good anomaly. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of the time you feel very. And I understand Star Wars is, it's for kids, right? A lot of the time we aim it for kids, but it's kind of cool to see that this doesn't look like this is for kids.
It's pretty much advertising right off the bat. Be like, hey, if you saw this poster, maybe it's not for your children.
Yes, that's kind of what it screams to me. Like, this is more adult-oriented Star Wars again.
Well, and speaking of something from our Discord that I did want to share, we got an early comment here on the poster, and I just thought it was really interesting because it does sum up a lot of how I feel.
You're really trying to sell the Discord and Patreon today.
Because people are so great, but whatever. We had a comment from Surrealist because I want to involve our Discord more with the actual channel too.
Okay.
He said, "Interesting poster. The bloodstain makes it look like a lightsaber blade, though it is a tad edgy.
That's what I said.
I'm cautiously optimistic for the show. However, part of me worries that the show will tread the same ground as The Phantom Menace with a hidden Sith threat. But of course, the Jedi can't really know about it because that wouldn't mesh with the prequels."
Which is some of my biggest concerns with the Acolyte in
Absolutely.
general. Like, we know that the Council are like, no, man, there's no Sith. We haven't seen any signs of them in the millennia. Like, they're not around.
So whatever Jedi come into contact with this Sith presence maybe are dead.
Yeah. Well,
spoiler maybe.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, well, we do, like, there's a lot of times, like, in like even in the new canon where Darth Maul ran into like a Jedi Padawan and killed her, and it's like before Phantom Menace and all that, you're like, oh, I guess.
Well, he was actively hunting because he was craving the blood of Jedi.
Yeah. I don't know. My biggest fear with this show, and look, I understand a lot of people have no interest in this show. That's fine. I get it for outside reasons, perhaps, or who's, the showrunner, whatever it might be. That's fine. Hey,
it's a we'll see situation, honestly.
I am trying to be optimistic or open-minded. I don't even know that I'm optimistic. I'm actually pretty pessimistic because I am very worried about how this will paint the Jedi.
Absolutely.
Discuss that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Did you want to hear they also came out with a new synopsis?
I would love to hear the new synopsis.
In The Acolyte, an investigation into a shocking crime spree pits a respected Jedi Master, jung-jae, against a dangerous warrior from his past, Amandla Stenberg. As more clues emerge, they travel down a dark path where sinister forces reveal all is not what it seems.
So the Sith are killing people or something?
I don't know. There's a crime spree. They're putting him together with Amandla, which I remember all of the early synopsises and rumors of what this show could be, and this kind of spins things a bit, so I'm curious as to where it's going to go. It doesn't
seem to line up perfectly with her playing two characters, like a dark side version and a light side version.
A dark warrior from his past could still mean that he trained, Amandla's sibling.
So does he, train the Jedi version, and then he goes back and finds
and then she finds him, or
something?
It's hard to say. I'm interested to see the trailer. We'll obviously talk about it quite a bit after to see what's going on. If you're in the Discord, I'll probably put some more of your comments in there. You guys deserve it.
Yeah, I'll have a video about the trailer up sometime tomorrow, shortly after dropping, hopefully.
We did also get a post from Charles Soule. He's in charge of the books.
Well, he's in charge. They have a council. It's kind of seriously,
he's the leader of the council. He is their Mace Windu.
He is very heavily involved with the comic books and
he's involved a lot in the High Republic.
Yes,
and he posted on social media, "The Acolyte is even cooler than you're hoping. See you June 4th, friends."
Well, we
also do know that The Acolyte is supposed to be 8 episodes long.
Okay.
I don't know if they're going to do a double drop or one at a time, but
a discount double drop.
Whatever. I'm done with you.
No, I'm trying to stay open-minded. I have my doubts. You get to hear me rumble about it far more than even they do, because anytime I'll hear something, I'll this better not be bad about the Jedi. All
right, well, let's move into something else today that I found was amusing. Billy Dee Williams, he, obviously, Lando Calrissian, we last saw him playing such a great character. In
scoundrel.
In The Rise of Skywalker.
Betrayed Han, how dare
But it might not be the last time we see him in the role. There's always a chance. I actually was thinking he would do a voiceover. Yeah, I was thinking he would do some sort of a voiceover for the Lando show, talking about his youth and stuff that he did back in the day. I think that'd be cool.
That would be awesome if he did that.
But he was in an interview with Radio Times magazine, and they asked him if he'd ever put on the cape again and play his character one last time. And he responded...
I got the Iron Man, Captain America, I think.
He responded very concisely... Okay. Pay me a lot of money and I'll sell my soul.
All right. He's honest. He's very honest.
Yeah. We know Donald Glover's still working on his Lando project, and that was a series and now it's a movie. Billy Dee also gave his thoughts on Glover taking over his role, saying... He
wasn't happy about it. I don't know what you're going to say here, but I remember back in the day, he had some choice words about it. I'm Lando.
Would you want to hear what he had to say?
Yeah, that's not a direct quote, but...
He's part of a whole new generation. He'll create whatever he needs to create to bring appeal to the character. He's a very talented young lad and very imaginative. It's not for me to say what he should do with the character at this stage. I took care of the 20th century. He's got to take care of the 21st. He also added, I had a nice little lunch with him. He's a delightful young man, extremely talented, but I don't see him. When it comes to Lando Calrissian, there's only one Lando Calrissian. Yes. I created that character.
Yes.
I told him to be charming. 2 words. That's all I needed to tell him. That's all I could think of.
That's why we love you, Billy Dee. I like that he has ownership of his character. That's awesome.
I'm Lando.
That's basically what he said years ago. I'm glad he kind of reiterated it.
Yeah. But he's 100%. He's right.
Yes,
he is Lando.
He's Lando. Yes, absolutely.
Nobody could have made him the way he is except Billy Dee.
No, I don't think there's... Donald Glover does a good job. I'm not trying to diss him or anything like that. I think he played a fine Lando.
Just like I think Alden Ehrenreich, he played a fine Han, but you can't compare them to the originals. No, Glover did a better job.
Yes.
Of mimicking, but...
Not necessarily mimicking, but I felt like he captured the essence of Lando a little better than Ehrenreich captured Han, if that makes sense. Yeah. Not that he did a bad performance, but I didn't really feel Han out of him as much as I felt Lando out of Glover.
I can see that.
I don't know. I'm just happy Billy D.
Once again, he's like, ah!
I'm glad he's sticking to it. Yeah. Like, no, Lando's mine.
Yeah, I mean, said when it comes to Lando, there's only one Lando Calrissian.
Love it. I do love it.
I do, too.
All right, well, I think that's going to be all we got for this time. So now it is your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you think of any and all of today's news, and let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.